Okay, so it's gonna be a different video today. Make it all fancy with random jump cuts. Must have been sick as shit. That's why I haven't even attempting to post anything. But this is a different kind of video. We're talking about why Dark Worlds. Like, if you're running Dark Worlds and you're only running one virus card in your deck, it's a bad deck. The only way that Dark Worlds are going to be staying relevant in the meta is if the abuse of viruses. You can check the guy that won the YCS. His deck was all about that shit. He was running like 4 or something, no beige, none of that shit, and he was running I think 2 trance and 2 this fucking card right here. Get rid of the Dark World, man. So we got Gates to the Dark World and Gateway to the Dark World. And he was running 2 of those shit. Just because he was constantly tributing his fucking monsters and on like his opponent's turn, and then he's just virusing his cards on his opponent's turn and then just re-special summoning them back. But we're not talking about that shit. And I didn't really care for his deck all that much. But, you know, that's besides the point. We're talking about why you should fucking have at least 2 virus cards in your deck. I don't care if you're running fucking Turbo or any of that shit. I was rocking Turbo with 1 and fixed it around. Now I'm rocking Turbo with 3. It's possible. You just take a few cards and you change it up a little bit. You can still fucking draw to your heart's content, man. There's already been discussion talking about how important deck dev and even Eradicate a Virus is going to be next format. Since deck dev kills Mermails, Kirgia does a pretty good fucking chunk to that. No more fucking gadgets for you. And I think some of the Gear shit gets knocked too. Weird fucking car looking ass dude. Prophecy gets butt fucked by Eradicator Virus and deck dev, since the only thing they're gonna have is Breaker and High Priestess, and that's if you don't get Eradicator off, then they literally have fucking shit. And even other decks, like even 6 Sam gets fucked by both. They're not gonna get any. The only thing they're gonna be able to get is some of their rank or their 4s out. But they're not going to be able to get Sheehan. They're not going to be able to get Beast. They're not going to get any of that annoying shit. And they're not going to have any protection, since they're only going to be able to summon like level 4s in only like 1 at a time. Coughing my lungs out doing this fucking video, by the way. Now everybody fucking hates Dark Worlds just because they fuck with your hand. And people just don't like that shit. They feel safe. Whatever in their hand, man. Like you're holding on to it. Your opponent can't get to it because it's right there on the field. It's anyone's game. You know, you ain't touching it. You're willing to. You're betting that you're gonna be able to actually use that fucking card. But in your hand, you know, motherfuckers just like, oh, ain't no one touching my shit. And then Dark Worlds come, drag down, viruses, all that other shit, and people get pissy about it. Card destruction. People are like, oh, focus is good nerfs. Nope. Here's a real fucking kicker that you should be running deck dev. Now everyone knows that Solemn is getting nerfed. Solemn Brigade is down to 2. The fact of the matter is, I'm not even entirely sure if people are going to be running them. I'm sure everyone's still going to be running their 1 warning. Maybe people are still running Judgment. I know people haven't been just because there's been the 2 warnings, but maybe Judgment's going to get it back. However, motherfucker, there's still going to be Bottomless. There's Torrential. There's Deep Prison. There's Fiendish Chain. Those things are going to be the bee's knees, man. And you know what protects your fucking Grapha? Deck dev. You set deck dev. Next turn, you pop in your Grapha. You got it out. They really ain't got nothing on you, motherfucker. And they got a Deep Prison. Well, fuck. Now you got your Grapha and the Banished. You're gonna get Transit out of there. You know that's gonna take fucking forever. They're probably gonna bottomless that shit too. It's 1500. You can do it. But no, what do you fucking do? You deck dev that motherfucker. You get to see your opponent's hand. They're milling out shit. Then whenever you're deciding to make your dealings play, you're making your fucking drag down play. You're doing everything. They're drawing cards because you gotta draw cards too. That's the fucking card effect. You get to see them, or you get to double ditch it, man. Like with dealings. If you got dealings with deck dev, for you it's naturally like a -1. But with Dark Worlds, it's practically a +1 just with effects and how much you're going to be able to go off with that Fiend in the grave, whatever that may be, and the effect that you get off of it. Now for them, they're going about even. Or even maybe plussing off of themselves just because of anything they're going to get advantage. Now think about if you got deck dev, not only do you get to see what they're going to draw into, see what the fuck they're drawing, and if they draw into some shit that they have to discard, they gotta discard 2 motherfuckers. So they're gonna -1, and you're gonna be a +1. And you're also gonna be milling through your deck, and that's probably not gonna help them as much. There is no fucking way that them discarding cards is gonna be more beneficial to them than it is to Dark Worlds. Maybe Chaos Engine, but that's about it. And there's like a Biscayne or something. It does some fucking shit, but you're gonna deck def and destroy that motherfucker. Not discarded, destroyed from the hand. You're gonna kill that fucking Abysscune, that one Ultra chick that they decided to only print an Ultra or some shit like that. It's worth like $10, even though it's like a fucking bitch ass card. It's like a Sangam motherfucker summoning fucking Abyss Gaius or fucking whatever he's called. I don't really care about him. I've never been scared of that motherfucker. He's only 25. I don't care if damn it they can OTK. I don't give a shit. Or FTK or OTK or OH2 positive. But if they go in for bottomless, you deny that motherfucking bottomless, you get to see their hand. What if they Phoenix Chin you? Well, you don't want to have a fucking dead card there. So either you fucking overlay that motherfucker, or I think you overlay Phoenix Chin. Who fucking gives a damn? Just fucking tribute that motherfucker. Oh no, they're Dark Holing. Well, might as well fucking tribute. It's your ultimate protection for your Grapha, your win condition. Plus, you get even more. Your other win condition is fucking up their hand, which you also get to do. You're protecting and doing both of the Dark World's win condition. Dev and Eradicator Virus are some of the best fucking cards ever for Dark Worlds. Deck Dev just protects all your shit. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, it's the best card ever. It's fucking broken. Like, I'm surprised they don't. Like, they could be funny and like limited to 2, just to get people talking about it. Like I don't think that Dark Worlds are going to be efficient enough to run like 3 of each, but there may be a time, and if someone's able to find a build that's consistent in running 3 viruses or 3 of each virus, then Dark Worlds are just gonna fuck shit up. They're gonna nerf it down to like 1 and 1, and shit's gonna happen, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I run 3. Maybe I can show you my build sometime. I think it works. Be a little more calmer now. Deck Dev just does everything for you, man. It's the best fucking card in the game. You're beating windups. You're beating Insectors. You're beating Rabbit. You're beating Mermaids. You're beating Prophecy. You're beating Synchron. You're beating Monarchs. You're beating Fish. And if anything that's not good against it, like say Fire Fists, because I know I've been avoiding Fire Fists this whole time, but you know what fucks up Fire Fists right in the jaw, apart from drag downs? Drag downing their 10 key or than bear, and then they're like, what the fuck? Eradicator? You know, nice fire formation spells that you don't have now. So I guess you can do those traps that I don't think most people do. Maybe running 1 and 2, or side decking 1 and then switching out depending on what your matchup is, like versus Fire Fist. I would still run the deck dev. It's practically worthless because you're not going to kill anything in their hand. But what does it do? It protects your motherfucking Grapha. If they're popping it, if they're doing anything to it, you might as well just get to see their hand. Like, that seems pretty good to me. So instead of just losing your Grapha, you just lose your Grapha and you see your opponent's hand for the next 3 turns and everything they draw. Good. Pretty good. Or you could just tech the 2 Eradicators and then fuck them up because they can't play any spells, and then you can do the same thing with Prophecy. Mirror Match. Mirror Match would be fucking good too. The 2 Eradicators. Fuck their shit up. So, I don't know. That's just personal preference. I really feel, though, that if you're not running at least 2, in fact, I think the fact that I managed to get 3 in there with a pretty, I mean, I've been playing nothing but it, pretty consistent think you can too. And if more Dark World players starting to abuse the fact that we have this ultimate weapon of killing their hand, everything they draw, everything in their deck, Dark Worlds are going to top again, and a lot. We're not afraid of anything that comes out. Right now, Deck Dev, Eradicator, Virus are the best cards for Dark Worlds, and probably some of the best cards in the game. Whatever. My personal opinion. If you don't like it, you're probably wrong anyway, so it's whatever. It's fucking late. It's almost 1 o'clock. We just did a show. Alright. This fucking shit.